Live stream for epic streams. They get paid the same day as your stream. Link in the description below. What's going on, everybody? It's your homeboy Popular Video Games here, chilling out, maxing out, doing my thing. Alright, y'all. Welcome to my Grand Theft Auto 6 fan fiction mission 24. Let's get into this. The episode starts out with a 5-month time skip. Nick and Crystal finishing the final move into their new house. Nick jumps and yells, "This is how we should live." Crystal then glares and says, "I don't need all this. You could have gotten all that money and left the game." "Girl, you crazy," Nick responds. The name of the era is the Angels. No one messes with us." Crystal then smiles and then says, "That cop did. She has powers. How many fucking others are you? Do you think it is? We need to be safe. Because she looks down and she says, then Nick yells, "Why?" "Because I'm pregnant," Crystal screams. Nick then responds with a silent stare. Crystal then goes on, "I only found out. This is just too stressful." The doorbell then rings. Crystal walks off to answer it, thinking it will relieve some stress, but it was just the other Angels and Tech. They greet her as they walk in. Nick then greets them, but immediately says that this is not a good time. "We agree," one of the Angels says. Then they put in a disc in Nick's TV. It's live footage of a massive devil's attack today. Nick then kicks a hole in the wall out of anger. "He's trying to fucking challenge me, huh?" Tech says, "We should just smoke this fucker, man." Crystal then responds, "Who do you mean? You mean that clown looking fucker?" "No," Nick responds. "There's a new lieutenant in the Devils. This fucker tried to rip off some members a while back. We took some of his territory in return." Nick laughs and the other Devils respond by doing the same action. "Looks like he wants it back, and to return it tenfold. But we'll return it 100-fold, Nick yells. Nick and the other lieutenants get up and proceed to leave the house. One member stays behind to guard Crystal. They all hurry into the cars and speed off into the distance. While driving, a member named Simon questions on what's the first move. Nick says, "You already have everyone on high alert. Put the word out. 100K for Dex's head." The lieutenants all start to make their calls. Nick then sees Devils members trying to raid a delivery truck of the Angels and proceeds to aid. Simon points out and fires, blowing out the tires, causing the Devils to crash. 4 more cars remain. The constant gunfire covers the streets until only one Devil car remains. Nick then activates his power and fires 4 bullets, killing the driver and blowing out 3 tires, crashing the last car. Nick then calls Finnick for an all-hands war. Finnick tells Nick he's sending 20 new guys to aid. They're going to be there in 2 minutes. As Nick and the other Angels are waiting for their backup, they hear the constant gunfire, Angels pushing back the Devils slaughtering Angels. "It's just complete chaos," one of the members says. Once the backup arrives, Nick and the others speed off and the Angels do continual drive-bys, taking out major numbers of the Devils throughout the hood. As they drive by one alleyway, in the shadows, it's Miles, Judy's brother. He's starting to get into the action, but then he turns around and there are 5 Angels members. Miles tries to pull out his gun, but before he does, the members rush him, beating him, busting his head, face, and lip, and then stomping his head until you saw nothing but a bloody mess. The members turn and laugh. One then fires a bullet into Miles' chest. The members continue to laugh as they walk off. Then they hear a 6th person's laugh. They all stop and look at each other, but they still hear the laugh. They wonder where it's from. One member turns around. It was Miles. His wounds are healing. The blood that came out, all of it is being pushed back into Miles. Miles then looks at them and says, "I died, didn't I?" One of the Angel members says, "He's just like Little Psycho." Miles then looks up and says, There's others besides me and my sister. Well, looks like you won't live to see any more. Die, angels! Miles says as he unloads his weapon, killing 3 of the members. The other 2 run into a basketball court. Miles puts on his bandana and chases them. As they stop, another Angel member smashes a glass chair over Miles' head. Miles falls back, but then he reaches into his head and picks out the long glass shard. He then rushes at the Angel member and stabs him in the chest. A passerby Angel member runs to aid the last one Angel member remaining from the group. They both charge Miles, screaming, "You monster!" Miles then looks and says, "Monster? No, I'm a devil." One member runs and throws a punch. Miles grabs his eyes and rips them out. The other member comes up. Miles then uses the gun and bashes the member's throat in, killing him instantly. Miles then looks around and says, "This is the devil's world. There's no need for angels or entities in this realm." Passerbys just stare as Miles runs off into the distance. Meanwhile, Nick has found Dex. The other Angel members drag him into the middle of the street. Nick looks at him and says, "You just couldn't let it go, could you?" Dex then laughs, saying that there's another one to replace me. Nick says, "I'll kill him too." Dex then smiles, saying no one can kill him. He's an immortal. He's like you, but more powerful. Tech then grabs Dex, picking him up, saying, "Well then, what's his full name then?" Dex spits in Tech's face. Tex punches Dex to the ground. Dex then pulls out a gun, but before he can, Nick uses his powers to snatch the gun away. Tech then pulls out his gun. He laughs. Tech says, "What the fuck? Why is he laughing for?" Nick says, "These devils are all crazy. Just end it already. I gotta get back home to Crystal. She's pissed at me again." Tech then fires 10 shots, killing Dex. As they walk off, Dex's last thought arises. When he kills the angels, I'll see them all in hell. Guys, thanks again for watching. This is being Homeboy Popular Video Games here. Yeah, I actually got a little bit darker with this episode. I'm sorry about that, but let's be real here. I wanted to introduce a new character, which is Miles. I'm actually trying to find a good, I'll say, avatar for him. You know, I got Nick, I got Judy, I got every other, character. I got a pretty good avatar for him, but I really want one for Miles. Let's be honest here. There's gonna be a few characters in here that's gonna be using these type of powers. This is a fan fiction originally developed by me, and let's be honest here. Later on, I will most likely be getting this animated. Yeah, I do want to get this whole thing animated and such. So this is kind of like a script. So just work with the script, and when the actual thing comes out, I'm probably gonna private these scripts. So if you see them now, you'll kind of know what's going on. Anyway, y'all, thanks again for watching. This is being Homeboy Popular Video Games here. Peace out, and talk to y'all later.